What a car! What a jewel! What a piece of history!
The AC Cobra is celebrated as one of the most iconic open-top sports cars ever made, a true classic that's still admired globally. But by 1965, as the market leaned toward larger, more comfortable Grand Tours, GTs, the AC Cobra was beginning to seem out of place. Its core chassis was nearly a decade old, and with rising demand for GT cars, AC's leadership knew a change was necessary to stay competitive, and more importantly, to keep the company afloat. This set AC on the path to creating its own Grand Tourer, meant to rival cars like the Jensen Interceptor and Italian GTs from Ferrari and Lamborghini. On paper, moving upmarket to capture high-paying customers seemed a smart move for AC. But it quickly became apparent that developing this new GT was one of the most challenging undertakings in the company's history. This is the story of the often overlooked sibling of the AC Cobra, the AC 428. Hello everyone. Welcome to Rare Cars Revival, the channel where we dive into the past to explore some of the world's rarest and most iconic vehicles. If you'd like more short documentaries on cars like the AC 428 and more, don't forget to subscribe. Now, let's delve into the story of the Grand Tourer that's mostly faded from memory, the AC 428. AC had always operated on a tight budget, even during the Cobra's racing success in the mid-1960s. Despite the hype around the Shelby Cobras, AC wasn't exactly flush with funds for R&D into new models. But as the GT market boomed worldwide, AC saw an opportunity. The GT segment was always there, but the mid-60s brought an explosion of performance-oriented coupes built for comfort and, importantly, eager buyers. AC's leader, Derek Herlock, saw this market as their chance to rise. He believed AC had to act quickly to secure a place in this ultra-competitive space. The AC Ace's design was beginning to show its age, so Herlock knew the new car needed a fresh design to spark interest. Initially, Herlock wanted Italian coach builder Bertone to craft the AC 428, but they declined due to other commitments. AC then approached Italian car designer Pietro Frua, known for his work with Maserati and other automakers, to lead the design of the AC 428. Frua was commissioned to build the AC 428 prototype in May 1965. However, due to AC's limited budget, they had to find ways to save during the prototyping phase. This meant utilizing the same core chassis as the Mark III Cobra as the foundation. The Mark III was chosen since it was already optimized for the heavier big block Ford the 5th 8 that would power the AC 428. The Mark III Cobra chassis was then cut and extended by 6 inches, not to add room for rear seats, but to allow space for a convertible top to fold and stow inside the car. While the lack of back seats might have been a downside for some buyers, others appreciated it, as it improved performance by reducing weight. Although conceptualized as a roadster, a fastback hardtop version was introduced a year later. Incredibly, Pietro Frua designed and built the AC 428 prototype within just 5 months. When it was finally unveiled in 1966, public response was overwhelmingly positive. The AC 428 embodied a blend of Italian elegance with just enough muscularity in its lines to complement the big, powerful American engine. The first production models featured the powerful Ford 427 cubic inch big block, the same found in the AC Cobras, paired with either a 4-speed manual or a 3-speed automatic transmission. This 427 FE Ford big block produced about 400 horsepower, providing excellent power for its class, especially given the AC 428's lighter weight compared to many competitors. However, with only 6 cars built, the high cost and limited availability of the 427 FE engines led to a switch. AC opted for the 428 cubic inch big block Ford engine, which generated around 345 horsepower. Though this reduced horsepower by nearly 20%, the 428 engine was significantly more affordable and allowed AC to maximize profits, a crucial factor for staying afloat. Even with the slightly less powerful 428 engine, the AC 428 could reach 145 miles per hour and achieve 0 to 60 in about 6 seconds. It handled turns comfortably, equipped with 4-wheel disc brakes and an independent rear suspension adapted from the AC Cobra. While the seats emphasized comfort, they held occupants reasonably well, and the interior was tastefully appointed. For all intents and purposes, the AC 428 was a superb Grand Touring sports car, balancing speed, comfort, and handling. Major publications of the time agreed. So why were only 81 units produced over its 7-year run? The reasons weren't straightforward, but can be attributed to 3 main factors. The first was fierce competition. As previously mentioned, the segment for well-equipped GTs and luxury sports cars was incredibly competitive. Potential AC 428 buyers could easily turn to more recognizable brands within the same category. Even with the AC 428 featured in a major TV show, the adventurer marketing was insufficient to create enough hype for the car to become a strong contender in its class. The second reason, a recurring theme in our videos, was the price. In England, the base model AC 428 Roadster initially cost around £4,600, while the fastback version brought the base price to approximately £4,900. For less, you could get an Aston Martin DB6 or Jensen Interceptor, both more popular and well-established models. Over the AC 428's production run, prices continued to rise until the final 1973 models exceeded £7,000 in England. When converted to US dollars based on historical data, the AC 428's price was about $10,000 initially, escalating to roughly $15,000 by 1973. The materials used in the AC 428 weren't particularly exotic, so why was it so costly? The expense was due to the complex production process. Each AC 428 chassis was assembled in England, shipped to Italy for Frua to construct and fit the bodywork, and then returned to England, where AC handled the final assembly of the drivetrain, interior, and finishing touches. This setup was a logistical nightmare, causing severe production delays. Frua's facility wasn't the quickest at producing vehicles either, and due to supply constraints, AC managed to build only about 2 cars per month on average. The final blow came from Ford itself. In 1973, Ford notified AC they would no longer supply engines directly. Instead, AC would need to purchase engines through a local agent in the UK at a marked-up price. Considering all the publicity Ford received from the AC Shelby Cobra's success, this was a hard deal for AC to swallow. The year 1973 marked the end of the AC 428's production, and it also began a dark period for AC that eventually led to the company's decline. A total of 81 AC 428's were built, 51 fastbacks and 30 convertibles, with only around 60 believed to survive today. The AC 428 had the potential to save AC as a company, and for all intents and purposes, it could have. However, it fell just short. Today, however, there's a glimmer of hope. A few weeks ago, AC Cars unveiled a modern reinterpretation of the AC Cobra, so perhaps there's a chance we'll see a successor to the AC 428 in the future. And that wraps up the story of the AC Cobra's long-lost sibling, the AC 428. If you enjoyed this video, please drop a like, share it with other enthusiasts, and be sure to subscribe to the Rare Cars Revival YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell for more documentary-style videos on the world's most intriguing cars. Until next time, enthusiasts,